Alright, so what's going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to give you my top 5 picks for new car enthusiasts. Now, the cars on this list are in no particular order and are what I feel good starters for people looking to get on cars. So let's start with number 1. Any list like this will be incomplete without the Mazda MX-5/Miata. Now, this car is a bit controversial. Some say it's a girl's car, but its track record is proven otherwise. Like, this car has an abundance of modifications available, everything from extreme suspension kits, engine swaps, hard tops. As far as the Miata is concerned, your wallet and your imagination is the only limit. Like, due to its lightweight, low center of gravity, this car makes an excellent weekend corner carver. And the only real downside to the Miata, like I said, some people consider it a girl's car, but you may come to find out as you learn about this hobby that enthusiasts love it. The car is small. It's kind of a gift and a curse. Don't look for the Miata to be the most practical car, and if you're a family man, this might be something left just to the weekend. And of course, the 4-cylinder engine it comes with is definitely underpowered. But overall, the Miata is a good platform and a good place to start off if you're new to wrenching. Number 2. So for my number 2 car on this list, I should actually call it my number 2 cars, because it's the Nissan 350Z and its brother, the Infiniti G35. Now, personally, I owned the G35 several years ago, so I'm going to use my personal experience and talk about the G35. So the G35 with 3.5 liter V6s putting out around 300 horsepower. They're rear drive and available with a 6-speed manual transmission. And both of these make good starter cars. They've got good power and they both handle fairly well. I feel like in the looks department they both age well. Now, the main difference in the two is going to lie within the interior. The 350Z is a 2-seater. It has a more sporty, more sparse interior, whereas the G35 was considered a luxury car and has 4 seats. So naturally, of course, with the 350 being lighter, it'll be a bit faster. Now, fortunately for anybody looking to get into the hobby, depreciation has hit these cars hard. They were once valued at over $40,000, but now they can be had for the low teens. Try to find one that hadn't been abused too much, and I think you'll definitely be happy with this as the first car. So the G35 has a few downsides. The aforementioned back seat is not really big enough for anybody over the height of like 5'7". Anybody else is going to hit their head on the glass and going to be extremely uncomfortable. Second, because of those extra amenities you get over the 350, the car is a little bit heavier, thus a little bit slower. And once you get into seriously modifying this thing, it can cost a lot of money. The VQ35 engine that's in both of these cars is not a cheap engine to modify, and if you want to go fast, expect to drop a lot of money. But take your time, learn how to drive the car, and I think you'll enjoy your experience. So now on to number 3. And number 3 is another car that I've owned, and it's going to be the 1999 to 2004 Mustang GT. Now, the reason I went with this generation Mustang, which is the SN95 chassis code as opposed to the later 2005 models, it's purely because of price. Both of which make good starter cars. So as far as the power plant, the SN95 GTs, you're looking at a 4.6 liter single cam 2-valve V8. Now, this engine's not really known for its power output, but more so the sound. Now, with very little work, these cars can sound amazing. But if you decide you want to go faster, used parts can be found in abundance and are typically pretty cheap and easy to install. Now, of course, that big simple V8 is reliable and it's pretty easy to work on. Now, the downsides of this car is the same thing that's plagued many American cars for generations. It's the interior. The shape of the dash and the angle of the shifter just aren't very appealing to the eye. Couple that with seats that feel more like lazy boys than performance seats, and it can definitely be a bit off-putting. But put that stuff aside and focus on driving the car and the sound that it makes, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And because these cars cost so little, you can use that money to change things to how you see fit. Now, on the exterior, I feel that this car is aged pretty well, but on the interior is where you start to see some of the downfalls. Now, for number 4, my 4th car on this list is bound to ruffle some feathers, and it's a Hyundai Genesis Coupe. Now, again, this car has dropped tremendously in price, but it still remains a good platform. It's rear drive and comes with the option of a 4-cylinder or a V6. It doesn't have the aftermarket support that some of the other cars have. In the later years of this car, they gave it a facelift and upped the horsepower. And a big downfall with this car is not so much with the car itself, but people's perception of the car. But if you could ignore all that hate, take your time to learn the car, learn how to work on it, learn how to drive it, and you'll be ready to step up soon. And of course, I can't just end the video there. I do have 2 honorable mentions. One being the Subaru WRX and the C5 Corvette. Now, with the Subi, the prices can get a bit high. And I've heard the insurance rates can be ridiculous. But it coming standard as a sedan with all-wheel drive is definitely one of the more practical cars on this list. And as far as the C5, the Corvette nameplate is known nationwide. It has lightweight, a big V8, and a low center of gravity. Definitely a car that you can have some fun with without spending a whole lot of money. Now, of course, the only thing bad about a Corvette is you might get mistaken for an old guy having a midlife crisis driving down the road. But that aside, it's definitely a great car. Alright, so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching my video. If you've owned any of these cars before, drop a comment down below to let other people who might be looking at it know what were your experiences as far as working on and maintaining the car that maybe I didn't mention here. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to continue to help this channel grow. Again, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Alright, so one thing I forgot to mention, guys, that if you're watching this video and you're wondering who it's directed to, I made it for the person who's looking to get started on the working on cars, but doesn't necessarily have the time, the tools, or the other resources needed to get a full-blown project car. Like something they can use every day while keeping their budget low. Like most of the cars on this list are under 12 grand, and they allow you to do some entry-level mods and repairs without risking a whole lot. So I just wanted to throw that in there. If you made it this far in the video, thank you again. Like in my next video, I'm going to cover some simple mods you can do to get you on your way. So check that out when it's up. If you made it this far, thank you again, and I'll see you later.